welcome back. It's your girls for another episode. Mindset Talks podcast here. Your girls, Amanda and Cassie. What's up?
You really are about to sing us into every episode, aren't you?
I hope they enjoy it.
Oh man, I can't with
Because
you.
it's what you get. You get what you get with me. But we're here. We're here for another episode. There's always something new with your girls. And I'm just going to kick it off real quick with saying my new microwave got installed today.
Oh, okay.
So, for those of you who were tuning in last week, yes, my new microwave is here. I was on it. We are looking at no more kitchen fires, no more kitchen catastrophes, unless it's another meal that I experiment with. But other than that, we are back in good standing and we're done using the air fryer to freaking warm up every and
Oh,
anything. Oh my gosh,
that's
so
exciting.
annoying.
Proud of
Yes,
you.
yeah. Yeah, and you know what? I'm a little disappointed because the delivery agents came in, they installed it super quick, maybe 20 minutes. Like
Okay.
they were in and out like dumb fast.
Yeah.
And now that I think about it, they took my old microwave,
hmm
but I didn't pay for them to take my old microwave.
Is that like a thing? Are you supposed to? Did
Yes,
they get
there's
paid for that?
actually, yeah, yeah, they're actually supposed to take, if they take the old one, you get charged for that. But now that I think
Mm.
about it, they took my old one. I didn't pay for that. But thank you.
Well, yeah, whatever. Free service. All about
Right.
it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Way to go, Home Depot. Hey, all right. But yeah, so super excited. We have that as a thing in the past. I just wanted to be able to share an update on it. And one more thing, which
Oh.
I can't fully indulge in sharing,
Uh-oh.
but I just want to say your girl's outfit is from Shein today. Nothing crazy, just a little two-piece. Okay.
I can't with you.
But
I
we're
did.
not gonna hype up Shein because we know they got some issues going on. So we're not gonna go into detail there.
Oh.
But
Well, now that you mentioned it, I might have to make you do a little 360 for our YouTube viewers.
oh my gosh, I'll do a quick stand-up, girl. This is it.
Oh,
Just
she
quick,
is. Okay. All
quick.
right. I didn't think you'd actually go through with it.
Got my little
Okay.
two
I see
piece.
you. All right.
Got my two-piece. Okay, let me just sit back on down because we don't stand up during our podcast. That's new. That's new.
Hey, we're always here to make things fresh and exciting for everybody. So
yes,
you
girl.
have it first.
So
Um,
yeah, feeling good
that's
today. Feeling
cute.
good.
So that kind of just like continues on the conversation of how everything is either a fucking crop top or a damn bodysuit. But
Yes.
now you've also reminded me that everything these days are pretty much like two pieces as well. Like that's a
Yeah.
huge thing in like the movement. And
Yes.
I guess I can't really say anything because I am currently waiting for an order from Amazon of a two-piece set that I just bought. So,
Yes, girl. Like right now, so I'm past my little like my shopping, like I'm not gonna call it shopping depression, but like my little rut I was stuck in, right, with shopping and not knowing. But the
mhm,
two pieces are where it's at, and especially if it's a high
yeah.
waisted two piece, because as you see, I do have that crop top on, but I can bring my waistline up higher, so it's not as exposing the belly area
Oops,
when it's not looking okay.
my bad. Good. We'll get into that update next. Go ahead.
when it's not looking, my belly ain't looking exactly how I want. And
Mhm.
so anyways, so yeah, the two pieces, they're cute. I'm really feeling them. This one has like a wide leg too. It's not like a skinny or like jegging style leg. It's a wide
Gotcha.
pants leg. So
Mhm.
it's flowy, soft, cute. But yeah, girl, I'm feeling it. Feeling it. I
Okay.
can't wait to see your two pieces. You better share those with me.
I will, don't you worry. Well,
Please.
if it looks good, then I will. Um,
Oh, I know how you do. All right.
it looks good on other people, and some of the other ones that I've gotten are good. So,
hmm
well, I can show you the other ones that I have that I like, but
Right.
this new one I don't know yet. So we'll
All right.
see.
I have to get like a matching fit with you or something.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. If I like it, you should because we may have something coming up soon. So,
exactly. Right.
all right. Keep that mental note for later.
Check.
But I
So
like
what's
it.
with this update that you have? Because
Oh,
you almost like shot my ear out there. So I just
I
wanted to know what's
apologize.
going on.
And I'm going to try my best to not like cough in the mic
hmm
because it's definitely nowhere near it was last week, but I still definitely
Clearly.
have my moments.
Okay.
And they kind of just like happen randomly. So I do apologize in advance. I will do my best to not be all up in the microphone, but As you can tell, I am a lot more verbal this week than I was
Yes.
last,
And
because
we
I
love
was
it.
just going through it.
Yeah, you were.
Um, but I guess like long story short, I have to get an allergy test, which that's a whole nother uh, headache
Ooh.
trying to find a doctor and insurance, and that's a whole nother
Mm.
story. Um,
Adulthood.
but I guess I have some like post nasal drip issue because I don't know if you have ever paid attention or noticed or whatever. But I clear my throat a lot.
You do.
And apparently it's because I might have some kind of like allergy that's causing like a post nasal drip.
Mm.
And I think because I've never taken anything or like gotten it, taken care of or whatever, and I just kind of deal with it because it's, I don't know, just
Been
kind of like
given
my
used
way
to
of
it.
life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that caused something to where like I couldn't stop coughing and like I was like losing my voice for like 2 weeks. So now I'm on
Mm.
some medicine that is clearing it up. As you can tell, I'm definitely not as bad as I was. So
It's doing its thing.
what I have, it's working. But I'm assuming it's just like a short time fix because it's not really helping the allergy, it's just helping the symptoms that I had because of whatever's going on. So
Right. Right.
um more to follow on that, I guess, because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. As far as I know, I'm only allergic to like amoxicillin. So um
Right. Yeah, I'm interested to see what that comes out to be because I've definitely
yeah.
gone through allergy testing.
Oh, you have?
Um, Mainly because I thought I was allergic to pistachio, which long story short, I am not allergic to pistachio. Super quick story. I was on jury duty for 3 weeks. Someone made ambrosia. So mind you, 3 weeks jury duty, same thing, Monday through Friday. So we became pretty close as a group
Mhm.
of jurors. And someone there was like one of the last days, there was like a potluck essentially. Someone made ambrosia. I ate it. The only thing that I was not familiar with really in the ambrosia was like the pistachio pudding mix that they used.
Mm.
And I literally like had anaphylaxis in the juror's room.
Oh my god.
Yeah, of the courthouse. And like I really felt like I couldn't breathe. Like it was
That is
crazy.
wild. Do I
So I
know this
attribute
story?
it you might have heard it back in the day, but it was like we were in our early 20s. So
Oh, yikes.
yeah, like super scary. And so after like a whole bunch of years went by, right? Like a good like 10 years later, I'm like, I should get
Yeah.
allergy
Oh,
tested.
it
Yeah.
wasn't even right away. I'm sitting here thinking like, "Okay, you went to go get it checked out." This bitch said 10 years
No,
later.
you're
What?
right, because I just figured I was like, I've eaten everything else that was in the recipe. So I said, well, pistachio is the only thing I'm not familiar with
You
at
don't really
all.
eat
So
pistachios?
no, like I've never had pistachios. So I just said, well, we're
Those
just
are
gonna rule
bomb.
that out as the issue, right? Because if I've eaten everything else, why would?
Yes, yeah.
So
Logic.
went and got allergy tested. Super allergic. Like they do the prick test. The one I
Mm.
did was the prick test. And they did it to for like trees and grasses because I've always had like environmental allergies, dust, pollen, things like that, pet
Cat.
dander. There were trees and you and your freaking cat. Oh my gosh. Cat would sleep. Cassie's cat, when I would sleep over her house, her cat would literally sleep with me, like on my face.
Mhm.
I'm allergic to cats, but for whatever reason, this specific cat, I did not like go crazy and couldn't breathe or anything like that. But any other cat, it was really
She
weird.
loved you.
Really weird. It's just like if it wasn't Cassie's cat's hair, it was Cassie's hair. So cool. But
You can't get away from it. Mm.
I can't. So we did the allergy testing. There's different, trees and grasses I'm allergic to.
Mhm.
Pistachio, not allergic to. But
Interesting.
like I had welts, like big ass welts
So I
on my
wonder what
body from
happened
the
though.
prick test.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I was thinking of the reaction you had.
Yeah, the reaction, not sure what that was from.
Mm,
But
weird.
the prick test left me with welts from different like tree species and grass
My
species
god,
that
for
I'm
how
allergic
long?
to. It was about like a day and a half. They're like, you could take Benadryl if it gets to be too much. And I was just like, oh goddamn.
Oh.
So I just wanted to forewarn you if you do the prick
Gee,
test.
thanks. What is the other kind?
I don't know.
Oh, you're making it sound like I have a different option here.
Well, I've
Don't get my
heard,
hopes
oh,
up.
I think you could do it through like blood or something like that. I think they can do like allergy testing through blood, if
Oh,
I'm
I'd
not
rather that.
mistaken.
Take my blood and go test it on shit. Don't test it on
Yeah.
me. The
Yeah.
hell?
But these medical tests are expensive, so I went with what was convenient for my insurance.
Well, I guess. Well, and that's the whole
Okay.
other thing because I have New York City insurance and now living in Connecticut makes it very
Mm.
difficult if
Oh,
I
for
don't
sure.
want to go into the city.
Right.
So finding somewhere that I can go to has been a struggle. So
Oh, girl. Well, I'm a just keep positive vibes around that
I
because
need it.
that's it, you're right. It's
Mhm.
important, and especially with having an inkling of information as to why your throat has been the way it has been.
Yeah.
It's really important and crucial now at this point to get the rest of that determined. So
Yeah.
you'll get it done. It's just you have to put in quite the research just to be able to get it all pieced together.
Yes, it's exhausting and it's like, "Oh, I don't want to." Like, I've been dealing with this already for who knows how long, but,
Right.
I guess I should be smart and be an adult and figure it out. My mom's always
Lovely.
making comments too about how I'm always clearing my throat and, the relation with everything that went on with my dad and all that kind
Right.
of stuff and whatever,
Yeah.
so, um, yeah,
Yeah, just
need
get
a
it
little bit,
done, be done with it, and say, "Oh, those are my allergies. Cool. Know to
yeah,
avoid it."
I guess, but if I'm like, "Oh, how do you, avoid being allergic to trees?" Like
Oh, well, I think it's just mainly like if pollen count is high, then, just be careful with going outside. Take Zyrtec. Like I would take
Oh,
Zyrtec. I don't take anything now.
mhm,
But I don't be outside like that either. But even when I was, my allergies were more so when I was a kid, but your
mhm,
body supposedly changes every
yeah,
7 years anyways.
mhm,
So, I may have just been highly allergic then and I'm just different on how I react to it now.
mhm,
But I would just say, like, if it is environmental, it's like, okay, well, Zyrtec, paying attention to the pollen count, like I mentioned, um, especially if you're going to be out somewhere like at a park in the grass, obviously take something
gotcha,
beforehand, but um, I just don't think it really affects you that bad. Like I was climbing trees as a kid and all that,
same,
so
yeah.
I was, yeah, so it was just like I was touching nature like crazy, and here I am
Mhm.
allergic to nature. And I was like, okay.
The audacity.
Oxymoronic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so unsafe. But
Goodness.
yeah. So hopefully it's nothing too crazy, but you'll
Yeah, I
find
don't
out.
know. I mean, it's gotta be going on for who knows how long
Mm.
now, like
Right. I
years.
wonder if it's like
So
something in your toothpaste or something,
well,
like
that's what my
something
boyfriend
random.
said. He was like, "So you can be using something every day and you have no idea if you're allergic." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Mhm."
Yeah. That was literally my thought after saying everything I was saying. And I'm like, damn, it could just be one of her everyday products
Yeah,
that she uses.
no
And
idea.
it's probably honestly just something you eat. If you think about something you eat often,
Girl, if they tell me that I cannot have
have
another potato
potatoes.
in my life, I swear to God, I ain't doing that. That ain't
Oh
happening.
my goodness. Oh
So,
my gosh. I couldn't even imagine. Y'all, she would be ripping and ready to record a new episode so fast and on here just going off about how she cannot have potatoes because of her allergy.
mhm.
And she would probably say something about how she'll clear her throat for the rest of her life because she ain't giving the potatoes up.
I'm sure not. So, Doc, if you're listening to this and you're out there, whoever you are, if it says potatoes, don't tell me.
She ain't here for it.
No, it ain't
She
gonna
said her
happen.
name ain't Bennett and she ain't in it. Or her
No.
name is Bennett and she ain't in it. I don't know. Either way,
Ugh,
hopefully it's not
wild.
potatoes,
Mhm.
but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know.
To be continued.
Yeah. Hopefully, if I can figure it out. Uh,
Yes. So was that the
mhm.
weekly tea?
No, that was not the weekly tea. Um,
Oh,
you're crazy.
sorry. Now I'm extra intrigued.
Oh, you are.
Mm.
Well, I don't know if you're following this story or not, and I can't remember if we talked about it on here. So it's like a kind of like a two-parter.
Okay.
With the first part being, well, I'll just say the name because once I do, I'll know if you know what I'm talking about with like the updates and whatever. So, did we ever talk about Kiki Palmer?
I don't think we talked about her, but I know where you're going.
Okay. So, for those of you that may not have heard, um, I don't know, like a few months ago now or whatever, Kiki Palmer, she's a new mom. She went out
Hmm.
with her girlfriends to one of the Usher concerts in like Vegas or whatever. And he pulled her up on stage and was like serenading her and whatever. And she had on I guess you can say a scandalous outfit that that her baby dad did not agree with, her being
Mm,
out in public wearing this because lo and behold, it was a bodysuit, that she just put like a sheer thing over, so her whole ass was out
she
and
did.
whatever.
Yeah, the cheeks were out.
Yeah. So that was like an issue for him, right? Because
Hmm.
something that me and you have been talking about a lot is men don't want women out here or their women like
Hmm.
dressing a certain way. And
Hmm.
if they do, that's like a huge like turn off and whatever.
Right.
So they unfortunately went public with all of their back and forth spats. So you know that that kind of caused like a rift in their relationship. So that
Are
was
they
like a
still
whole
together?
that was a whole thing. And so I'm assuming based off of that, you haven't seen the latest update that is occurring.
Um, so if I were to guess, the
Mhm.
latest update is that Kiki and Usher have a music video together.
Okay, so you did hear this. All right, which I my mind is blown. My mind is absolutely blown. This bitch went ahead and is a part of Usher's new music video called Boyfriend, and they get very well, I've only heard, I haven't, like, listened to the whole song, but, like,
Mhm.
they do, like, the clip, and he, like, says something in the beginning about, I don't know, something about, like, your boyfriend's looking for you or some kinda something, and
Some kind of
then
shady shit.
yeah, very shady, and it's clear, like, what is happening and, like, what they're talking about, whatever, and then she's, like, the video girl in it, and she, like, makes
Mhm.
some kind of, like, a comment or something, and I just think that the whole thing is just, like, it's either wild
Mhm.
or it's extremely smart and strategic because
Mhm.
it's obviously going to get a lot of social media buzz, which is good for anybody's, like, business.
Right.
So I
Right.
don't know which of the 2 it is, but just the audacity.
I think it's both, and I did see a little clip, I wanna say today, I seen it where they're both dancing in the music video, but it's the same, like, outfit and routine to one of his older videos,
Mm,
but I don't know if that was the actual, footage for the Boyfriend music video or
gotcha.
if that was just fun that they were doing,
Mhm.
just to, like, I guess, kinda pay a little homage to one of his original music videos.
Mm.
But, I just felt so many different ways around the whole situation because
Wild.
one, her and her boyfriend were wrong for even having their business out like that. And
Yeah.
honestly, I'm going to point the finger at her boyfriend first because if you got a problem with something that your girl is doing, address her personally. Don't
True.
post it on social media
Yeah.
because now that's making you look a certain type of way, whether it's in the right or in the wrong. He just looks some type of way now
Yeah.
because you're addressing a personal issue in public.
Mhm.
To me, that is just dumb to do. I don't care if you're a celebrity or not. Like, okay, if you're doing it for clout, then that was still dumb. Like, I just think
Yeah.
regardless, that was not the move to make.
You know, it's mad weird. I
Um,
can't imagine, I'm gonna cut you off really quickly. I can't
yeah,
imagine having a problem with my boyfriend and, like, going to, like, Facebook or something and being like, "Can you believe that, like, he did this?" Like,
right.
it's
But
just mad weird to me.
that's what today is, though. That's
Yeah.
exactly what
Wild.
today is. And you would only hope that someone who's in the limelight and someone who's with someone who's in even more of a bigger limelight,
Mhm.
that they wouldn't do that. But
Right, they
people
should
are
know better.
people, and apparently their managers weren't working their accounts at the time because they done hit the keys them damn selves and got themselves
Yeah.
out here looking stupid. The outfit she went out in for the concert was too much,
Mhm.
but at the same time, after giving birth, and I can speak on this, personally, like
Mhm.
you're not the same person. Your hormones are just all crazy and you're still getting back into balance. And I'm not going to say that she was like mentally not in the right mind, but maybe she needed something to make her feel like herself, quote unquote,
Yeah. And, like,
to
sexy
make her
again and
right, not feel
yeah.
like feel like she's only a mom, but like she's
Mhm.
still like an attractive, sexy woman, maybe. I don't
Mhm.
know, but, personally, I wouldn't have gone out in that either, and
No.
my booty cheeks are nice, I'm just gonna say, so
Right, but it's just
it's
disrespectful to
just
your partner.
right, but and then to have the music video on top of it is just
Wild.
extra
Like,
AF, right?
I don't know.
Petty. I
How
personally find it to be
yes.
petty. Petty
I saw that shit come out
AF.
just like you. You have got to be kidding me right now. Like, are you serious?
Right. Right. I couldn't help but to
Mhm.
laugh when I had seen it because, I usually get all that tea on the shade room. And
Mhm.
it's like, that was ridiculous. I just
Yeah.
laughed when I seen it. And I'm like, well, of course. Why not? Why not? And it's just like, whatever. If that's what they're doing, then that's what they're doing. But it did pique my interest as to if Kiki and her man were still together because
Girl,
um
you know damn well they're not together anymore.
at that rate, no. But
I mean,
it's
I've seen
just
the reports, but even before seeing the reports, you know damn well they're not together. There's
yeah, I had
no
checked out their
way.
pages.
Oh, did you? I
I
didn't
checked out their
even do that.
pages after the concert,
Mm.
and there wasn't I didn't see like each other on each other's pages like as much as they used to. There
Mhm.
might have been like something like a previous post, but like a older before the
Yeah,
concert type of post.
gotcha.
But there wasn't like looking at his page, there was I don't recall seeing much or any of Kiki on there. So it was like,
Yeah.
well. Maybe you should have went to the concert with her. I know ain't no man gonna go with his girl to the Usher concert, but still.
Well, not even that, but I mean, just the
They might not have
whole
been together really then. She might have already been feeling some type of way about him, and
yeah,
that's why she went out like that. Because I
maybe.
feel like Kiki Palmer isn't out there like that. Like,
I
I
didn't
feel
think
like
so either.
yeah, she's pretty respectable all around, like self-respect, respect to others. Like I feel like she comes off because obviously we don't know her, but I feel like she
Right.
comes off as a pretty wholesome person.
Mhm.
So, to see her in that outfit was just kind of like, okay, damn girl, like
Yeah.
that's different. And for you to have a man, so I feel like things were probably already on the fritz at that point when she went out to the concert.
Mhm.
And then him posting publicly was him being petty. So now her being in the music video is her being petty back or petty again
Yeah.
because she already went out in that outfit. So
Well, true. But, like, I don't know, I wanna take this opportunity right here to put it out there that us as women, we really need to stop, like, rooting for the bitches that are out here being disrespectful because it's
Mm,
not cool, it's not cute, and it's not going to help, like, society or your relationships at the end of the day.
right,
Like, all
right.
these people out here being like, "Yes, girl, like, you can wear what you want to, like,
Mhm,
don't let any man tell you that you can't wear what you want to," and all this kinda stuff and whatever, and it's
mhm,
like, no, but there still needs to be, like, a respect level to where you're not gonna go
right.
out here and look like you're in the streets when you have a man at home to come
Someone at
home to,
home. Yeah.
you know?
Right. Right. Yeah, no, that's the thing is that I agree with you on that where it's just you have to just have respect for the situation you're in.
Mhm.
And no, you shouldn't change yourself. But yes, there are things you should change when it's
Yeah,
for the better for yourself and for your relationship. But,
right.
going out and doing things knowingly that it will jeopardize or can jeopardize the situation, I don't think it's worth it unless you want to lose that situation. Then, I mean, I'm sure you could just break up with them instead and not have to go through all of that. But
Right, right.
I
And
I
it
can't speak too much on that because I definitely can say I'm someone who in the past, right, had been in a relationship and it's hard to get out of a relationship that you no longer want to be in because of trying to still be respectful to the other person.
mhm.
So it's not easy, but I think she could have taken a different route if that was her end goal.
She definitely could have, and I don't think us uplifting other women in these situations is helping either, because, like,
Mm-mm.
if all the women were like, "Girl, like, you have a man at home, like, that was wrong, you shouldn't have done that," who
Hmm.
knows if we would have a new Usher video. Like,
Sure.
you know what I
Usher would
mean?
have somebody in the damn video.
I mean,
It
maybe,
probably would
but
have
it
been
wouldn't be
Saweetie.
as You stupid.
She got YG though, so I don't know. No,
Um,
it's true. It would help to stop. It would allow certain things to not happen. Like you said,
yeah,
it's who knows if that video would be here. The video would be here, but would it have someone? Would the video vixen be someone that we already know, or would it be someone that needs to be established? You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I don't know,
I don't know.
but we need
Usher ain't that
to
cute, anyways. He got herpes.
What is wrong with you?
Listen, I be reading the comments, girl. They be having me laughing. Okay.
I don't even take that much time. I just wanna see, like, the initial drama, and then I'm good.
Listen, I'm just gonna say real quick.
Uh-oh.
On certain posts, like when you're
Mhm.
on Instagram, on certain posts, you have to just look at the comments because sometimes the comments are better than the video. Not all the time,
No, I
but
never do.
there are times where the back and forth in the comments that
Mm.
people have like dead ass debates in the comments on posts.
Sure
Like
they
I watched someone make almond milk and the comments back and forth, like people were mad because the person called it milk, but it's not actual milk. They're like, what about almond water? It's ridiculous. But like just look at comments when you see
Oh
juicy
gosh.
tea, when you have weekly tea, look at the comments. That's all.
Okay. Maybe I'll have to start because I know my boyfriend always looks at comments too, and I'm like, "What?" Like, I
Mine
don't
too. And that's how I've learned that sometimes it's not the video, it's the comments.
Maybe it is. I don't know. Y'all let us know. Like, do you guys go for the comments all the time, or are you like
Please,
and you just want to see the content? Because
please,
I
yeah.
just don't
We need
even
to know.
care enough. I
Or
don't
do
have
you
the
need
time.
both? Because sometimes both makes a bigger, better story, right?
I
So,
mean, maybe, but some of these posts they'll be having like mad comments. So it's like you're just
oh,
gonna
they
sit
do.
here on like a TikTok spiral and just fucking
Oh,
read
no,
all
no, no.
these.
You skip and hop. That's all.
I
Skip and
can't.
hop and scroll. Skip and hop and scroll. That's it.
I can't. I don't know. I don't know. I just whatever. The moral of the story is that women, we just need to do better because
Girl,
it's
do better.
embarrassing. And it's
Yeah.
like you shouldn't even okay, so now like you're excited that like you're a single mom and you're out here because you got to wear what you wanted to wear and now you get to take care of your baby by yourself. Like who's winning here? Like
Mm.
how is this okay?
Hopefully she ain't taking care of that baby by herself. That shit's exhausting. Oh my gosh. They better have co-parenting going on.
You know what I mean.
I know, but sheesh, that girl, I don't know. He wasn't that cute anyway, so that's fine. But
You keep saying that, but like that's not the point I'm trying to make
I
here,
know
Amanda.
it's not the point, but I'm
Jesus.
just I'm just putting in my 2 cents. I'm being the
Uh,
comments right now. I am being the
you
comments.
being something. I can't with you.
But no, listen, y'all. I do not disagree with Cassie at all. I don't disagree with Cassie. I just have to.
Mhm.
I always have to throw in a little sidebar. That's all.
Yeah, you sure do. Because I'm like, this is not the point that I'm trying to make over here, and you're
The
just making it
weekly
so much
tea
harder.
is y'all hoes need to act like you in a damn relationship and treat your man right and treat yourself with even more respect. Okay,
Exactly. So thank you for that.
you're welcome.
Finally got her to come around. No, but I mean, all seriousness, no, like we just really have to do better. We need
Yeah,
to pay attention to what we're doing and what we're supporting because
true.
this shit is wild.
No, it's different out here in these streets. Very different.
It sure is.
And it's perfect because I wanted to just touch on something. So it made me think of that saying that it's different out here in these streets.
Mm.
So I was out with our good friend Nat today and being able to get
Shout
a
out.
little quality time in. Yes, much needed quality time. And
Good.
it really made me, even before meeting up with her, it just really had me thinking. And it's like reflecting on friendships and how different they are in real life than I've pictured it to be like growing up and how our friendships would be.
Mm.
And I say that because I find it so hard to really get together with
Oh yeah.
friends than I've ever imagined it to be in my entire life. Like, I truly find it to be a challenge. And I know most times we say, well, it's really not that hard. We just have to make a better effort. But
Mhm.
like, no, it actually is a challenge. Like I truly feel like it's a challenge because when you look at things like having your family life and having your me time, time to yourself,
Mhm.
and taking care of your home
Yeah, it's
and
exhausting.
then working,
Yeah,
how much time is there really left?
that's true. Vacations and days off, pretty much. And it's
And
like
barely
on those
that.
days, yeah, is that really what you wanna be doing? No offense,
Right.
but
No.
still love
Damn,
you.
bitch. I was only doing a little sidebar
Mhm.
earlier. You had to kick me all the way to the curb. No. But no, it's true though. It's so true. And I don't, and again, right, no offense to anyone, but it's just you're exhausted at that
Mhm.
point. And yeah, you want to have fun, but at the same time, sometimes you just want to do nothing.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
nothing. And hanging out with your friends and doing nothing today is totally then being 16 and hanging out with your friends and doing nothing.
Mhm.
And it's just I was reflecting on that today and it's just like, damn. Like this like I don't find it hard to maintain the friendships I have,
Yeah.
but I just find it so hard to keep myself like present with my friends physically.
Mhm.
And it's just like I feel like it's just like mind blowing for me at times. And I'm sure I've probably touched on this before, but I just feel like it's something that always comes back to me because I just feel like time has just passed by.
Mm.
And I just can't understand why it's so hard to be able to get time in with you or Nat or Rose or any of my friends, let alone my sister, my nieces and nephews. Like it's
Yeah.
why is it so hard?
I
And
don't
why does
well,
it feel like there's no like literally no time?
yeah. I don't know. I guess it's a little harder for me to answer that question because I've been so like, distance-wise, like, far from
Mhm.
any friends and family, like, for pretty much, like, all of my adult life.
Yeah, that's
So
kind of true. Now that you
so
mention
it's
it.
kind of hard, like, I can't be like, "Oh, well, me and my friends, like, we all live in the same town, like, and we
Mhm.
just don't get together," whereas, like, it's a little different, like, I've lived far enough to where, like, a true plan has to go in place, and I can't just say, like, "Hey, girl, I'm gonna pop over after work today," or,
Right, yeah.
"I'm gonna make you dinner, like, come over," or, whatever
Mhm.
the case might be. So, I personally might have a little different take on it just because I've been a little more, like, far removed distance-wise again,
Mhm.
but, I don't know. I mean, it is still hard, obviously, but I don't know. It's definitely an interesting point because when you're
Yeah.
younger, you don't think like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be able to, like, hang out with my girls as much," and,
Right.
you know?
Because even
Mhm.
even so, like, myself personally, if I've been babysitting, I babysat for, like, a good, like, almost, like, 10 years.
Yeah.
From being 13
Mhm.
and still was able to maintain because I was like a little part-time gig.
Mhm.
And then you transition to like your 20s when you have like a real like tax deducting job. And it's like, okay, but I can still hang out with my friends around that schedule. But
Mhm.
it really wasn't until it's really when the family life for yourself or your friends expand.
Mhm.
And then that's when shit gets real.
Yeah.
And sometimes I question, which I know the answer to, but I actually want to ask you, especially with you being distant and just being used to being distant from everyone physically,
Mhm.
um, do you feel like being able to just communicate via phone, like text, video chat, whatever, is truly sufficient?
I mean, I think so, I guess, just because, like, if we didn't have that, like, if we're back in, like, our parents' days, like, we would never see or talk to each other.
I hate talking on the phone.
Makes you wonder, like, how they do it. But, I mean, I do think it's sufficient because we're able to at least still stay in touch and, like, um, what word am I looking for? The cliche or whatever about, like, you know you have, like, a best friend or a real friend or whatever if you don't talk to them every day, but, like, they still show
Mm,
up for you kind of a thing.
mm-hmm.
I feel like that is, like, such a huge thing because like, there's plenty of people that, you don't talk to and you know that, like, if you reached out to them, like, they wouldn't be there, and you know the people where you might not talk to every day, but you don't have to because you know that they're always in your corner.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so
Sure.
I think for that reason, I would say that that is definitely sufficient for me.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I would always love more in-person time and stuff like that,
Right.
but then at the same time, when we are in person, no matter what happens, we always spend at least 10 hours instead of the 2 that we had devoted to hanging out together. And that's all the
Yes.
time, even if we saw each other every day for a week, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that
that
wouldn't
I'm sure it'd be
change.
the same thing. Yeah.
So I mean, that kinda, like, goes into play as well, but I in person is always better, but I do think that phone is, like, sufficient enough.
Right.
Do you
That's a
not
good
feel that
point.
way?
I feel back and forth on it.
Mhm,
And I feel back and forth because of mainly two different reasons. One, because of the work environment that I'm in professionally.
mhm,
I'm on the phone all the time. So I do feel like just being able to have like text, video chat, which I honestly don't video chat a lot, but at least text and like
yeah,
voice messages, I feel like a lot of times are sufficient because I'm usually very depleted by the end of my day.
mhm,
And it not to like sound selfish, but it's just like great having to talk to another person is kind of like exhausting for me
yeah,
because I literally talk 8 hours a day answering the phone, and that's not when I'm talking to my child in between phone calls, right? Or
mhm,
talking to my man when he comes home from work or before he leaves for work in the morning, which is not anything extra for me, but it's
right, right,
just because I work in a call center setting, text messages are like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's plenty. Yeah, I
yeah,
think I think that's meeting the, quota.
right, right,
But again, no, because growing up, things were so different, and
mhm,
I think sometimes I have a not have a problem, but I find it hard to remove myself from that idealism of how things should be.
mhm,
And and how things should be from my mindset of being like in high school or in college and hanging out with my friends and being able
Yeah,
to have so much more time for them. I don't find it to be um sufficient. I think rather than sufficient, I find it to not be fulfilling enough. So
gotcha.
um, no, I definitely like need that in person. And for me, like looking at relocating to a different state, it's something that weighs very heavy on my mind.
Yeah, I
And
bet.
just, you know, looking at how that transition is going to be made, but also looking at how I will be able to, I guess, prove to my friends and family that nothing is going to change on my behalf, if
Mhm.
that makes sense,
Yeah,
I've just always been so used to being able to be someone who is always there and showing up.
and
And
you definitely have, yeah.
you're right, so it's just, even myself, like becoming a mother and having my own family was hard for me because it's like I can't show up for everyone
Yeah,
else like I
an
used to.
adjustment, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just huge. So, it just weighs on my mind a lot. Just, I reflect. I'm someone who reflects a lot and I overthink a huge amount.
Yeah.
So it was just something on my mind that I wanted to just get your opinion on and talk to you about, and also just see with our viewers, like, how their friendships work with their circles, and like what does today look like for them? Are they still within the same friend circles that they've had from years ago, or have they fallen apart and they've picked up new circles? You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I always wonder about that because yes, when your life changes, other things change, but how many people are actually really changing their friend circles?
Yeah, I don't think many. I think friend circles just, like, slowly diminish when your family life gets stronger.
Mm-hmm.
It's something my mom has always said is that, when you grow up, everyone starts creating their own lives and stuff, and, people definitely, like, separate. That's just how life works, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is sad, and a lot of times you do feel guilty, but
Oh
if
yeah.
everyone in your friend circle is in a similar enough situation,
Mm-hmm.
then I think that it helps. Because if like one of us was like single or something like that, I definitely think the dynamics would be different, and I think
Huge.
it would like fall off a little bit. Um, just because their lives are so different. Having more
Right.
free time than somebody else, or vice versa, and whatever.
Right. For a
Um,
while that was me,
yeah. So
you know?
I don't know. It's just getting older and stuff and different dynamics. It's
Mm-hmm.
certainly interesting, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't think it's the same as anybody truly envisioned, but um,
True.
I don't know. It's just the weird ways of life, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm someone who's always very intrigued by life and just how it changes and flows and just
Mhm.
what it really entails. And I think just how different it actually is than one had actually perceived it to be,
Yeah.
I think is what really keeps me intrigued and fascinated by it. Because I really feel very grateful and blessed to have the circle that I have and to still have you guys to this day. But
Yes.
then also to be able to like see your lives change and transform, but
Mhm.
still to be able to be a part of it. So
Yeah. No, I definitely
I love
agree.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I just had to have me a little sentimental moment, just think and reflect and just pick your brain on friendships and just I guess just get a little reassurance and confirmation that I'm not crazy.
No. And you never have to worry about me. Like,
Yeah. No, girl.
I'm not the one.
No. Nope. So, but no, it's just nice. And, like I said, I was having this conversation with Nat earlier,
Mm.
and, it's just
How does she feel?
like
Or
along the same
there's another
page. We need her on the show. Now we need you on this show.
calling you
I
out,
was
girl.
gonna over
Sorry.
here bang on the desk, but I don't want to make my microphone all jacked up. But we need you on the show. We
We do.
need to hear your
We're gonna
voice.
do a part 2.
Yes. No, we really need to do a follow-up. But for a summary of our conversation,
Mm,
she's pretty much on the same page. So
gotcha. Wait,
yeah.
that phone's sufficient or
No, we actually didn't ask her about that part.
oh, okay, gotcha.
That
But
part just came to mind while talking to you. You
okay,
just spark certain thoughts within my mind.
gotcha. Well, because that's a majority of the way my communication has been due to my
Yeah,
distance. So,
yeah,
you know,
same.
gotta take what I
Same.
can.
Soak it all up. Bring it in. Bring it
Exactly.
in.
Exactly.
Oh, well, I'm glad we could bring this episode to its end on a nice, soft, sappy note, and not you yelling at me about these women dressing like hoes and not doing their men right.
Sorry, it just really fuels a fire in me. I just I can't seem to help it.
Y'all better get it together because Cassie gonna come out there and snatch you by your
Mm.
collar. Okay.
I just don't get it. This thought culture is killing me.
Yeah, no, it's
Mm.
sickening. It's infectious. Put your COVID mask back on, people, because this shit's out there.
It sure is. It is passion like wildfire. Clearly, y'all just made Kiki Palmer break up with her baby daddy. Like, come on now.
Not the wildfire. You better have some respect for Hawaii.
Prayers to them. You know, you
No
mentioned
facts,
it,
big
so now we
facts.
have to because that shit
Yeah,
is insane. Like,
girl.
it's just sad and like devastating all around. I can't even imagine.
Mm,
It's like over a
The
hundred
the
deaths.
earth is just slowly going down. The air quality is going bad everywhere. Everything's catching fire. If this ain't a sign that shit's going downhill, I don't know what to tell y'all. So
Uh, I don't
I'm
know.
not gonna say I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm not saying none of that, but shit is literally catching fire. The world is going down, y'all.
At least
Like
speaking of, has the Canada virus stopped yet? Because I haven't heard anything about it.
not sure. My air quality seems okay most days.
Oh man, I don't even know what's happening.
I don't either. I'm just surviving and trying to maintain my friendships
Same.
like the rest of us.
Oh man, wild. I don't know. And all right. I've I've exceeded the amount of allowance my voice is giving me for today. So yeah, we're just gonna end it here, and we hope that you guys enjoyed the vast variety of topics that we've talked about today. Even though at the end there, I think we kind of came full circle, which is interesting. So hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you guys don't forget to check us out on all of your favorite places, to include Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and our brand new partnership with WDJY 99.1 FM, where you can catch us every Fridays at 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you guys listen, tune in, comment, like, subscribe, and just do all of the things.
Yes. Yes. Until next time, guys.
Bye.